The valet took my Tesla for a joyride. He didn't know I was watching him in 4K. I was lifting a forkful of dry-aged ribeye to my mouth when the phone in my breast pocket vibrated with the kind of frantic, sustained buzz that usually means a family emergency. I pulled the device out, annoyed by the interruption to a $300 dinner, only to see a bright red notification bleeding across the lock screen. Sentry mode alarm triggered. It was a Friday evening, just past 8 p.m. The restaurant, an obscenely overpriced steakhouse called L'Orangerie, was the kind of place where the lighting is so dim you have to use your phone's flashlight to read the cocktail menu, and the waiters wear crisp white gloves to pour your water. I was sitting in a velvet booth with my girlfriend, Chloe, celebrating a major promotion at my engineering firm. Valet parking here wasn't a luxury, it was mandatory. The restaurant sat on a tight downtown corner with zero self-parking options. That was the first red flag of the night. I despise handing my keys to a stranger. I drive a 2024 Model 3 Performance. It is essentially a high-powered computer wrapped in aerospace-grade aluminum, capable of hitting 60 miles per hour faster than you can finish reading this sentence. The valet who took my car was a kid named Kyle. He looked barely 20, reeked of cheap, overpowering aerosol body spray, and chewed his gum with an open mouth. He had a smug, punchable smirk on his face that suggested he thought he was the main character of the universe. He snatched the black Tesla keycard from my hand before I even fully extended my arm. "Keep it close, boss," Kyle had mumbled, already turning his back to me and popping the driver's door open. I didn't argue. I just stood on the curb and pulled out my phone. With 3 taps, I activated valet mode. It requires a custom 4-digit PIN to disable. Once engaged, it digitally locks the front trunk and the glove box, hides my home address from the navigation system, and, most beautifully, governs the vehicle's top speed to exactly 10 miles per hour. It severely limits acceleration, turning a track-ready missile into a heavy, sluggish golf cart. I watched the taillights disappear around the corner of the brick building, satisfied that my property was secure. 20 minutes later, the red alert flashed across my screen. I thumbed the Face ID sensor, the screen unlocking to reveal the sleek, dark mode interface of the Tesla application. The digital rendering of my white Model 3 sat in the center of the screen, but the background wasn't the static gray of a parked car. The little digital wheels were spinning. The speedometer readout in the top left corner flickered. 8 miles per hour, 9 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour. My car was moving. I tapped the location tab on the app. The GPS map pulled up, showing a blue dot crawling away from the restaurant's address. He wasn't in the secure valet lot behind the building. He was 3 blocks away, turning into an abandoned, dimly lit strip mall parking lot near the highway overpass. I felt the heat rising in my neck, a prickly, suffocating sensation that started at my collarbone and wrapped tightly around my throat. My vision went narrow, focusing entirely on the screen. I tapped the live camera feature. It allows you to view the feed from the car's exterior and interior cameras in real time. The cabin camera blinked to life. Kyle was in the driver's seat. He had my premium white leather seat leaned so far back he was practically lying down, steering with one hand at the bottom of the wheel. He pulled the car to a stop near a flickering streetlight. 2 guys emerged from the shadows of the strip mall. They were wearing oversized hoodies, laughing loudly as they jogged up to the car. Kyle unlocked the doors, and they piled into the back seat. "Bro, you actually got one," one of the guys yelled, leaning forward between the front seats. "Told you, man," Kyle bragged, his voice captured perfectly by the internal microphone. This dude brought it in looking all stiff. "Watch this. It's the performance model. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I'm gonna launch this thing so hard your neck is gonna snap." What I'm about to see on that glowing screen isn't just a careless kid making a mistake. It is a masterclass in sheer, unadulterated entitlement that will ultimately dismantle an entire corporate contract and land a grown man in the back of a police cruiser. For full version follow on screen instructions.